Hey guys, welcome to another Kaiju Pop Quick Vid. This time we're taking a look at Moon Hunters by Kitfox Games. This is basically their first game. I'm playing the Ritualist right now. I've got my little magic spells. I can dash around, throw fire orbs or magic orbs, and create black holes. And it's pretty nifty, so you can see me just suck in monsters there, dash around, throw some orbs out, get rid of those spiders. You might also notice that I have a little fox with me. I picked up this fox in another stage, and it follows me around now. But I don't really know why. It doesn't attack anything. It doesn't get attacked. It doesn't die. It doesn't talk. But hey, I've got a fox. I'm a ritualist with a fox, so that's pretty cool, right? Now, Moon Hunters kind of holds a special place in my heart because it is the one of the first games I ever backed on Kickstarter, and that was mostly because of the theme song itself. Well, not mostly, but that's what hooked me in. The theme song is amazing for this game. If anything, just go listen to that. And anyway, going through here, we've got a game where the moon has gone missing, and you are tasked with finding a priestess who will help you locate it, or bring it back, or something, while the sun cultists are basically using this as an opportunity to throw their weight around, and they're destroying the heathens, basically, and you're one of the heathens. So you want to avoid the sun cultists. They're pretty bad. So in this game, it's called like a myth weaving game, in that instead of playing out a solid story, there's no like set, events or set key quests. Instead, there are these things, like you get little encounters with people in the wild, and the way you interact with them kind of dictates how people see you and how you're written up in the history of the world. So she says she got some harvested fruit. I'm gonna go ahead and eat that, and she's gonna play me a little rhythm. Alright, alright. So I gained 5 faith. There we go. And that didn't really change my personality at all, but there are other things that will. So you can get things, for example, you can become a vengeful type of person, or you can become compassionate, or you can become foolish if you just eat food that you find on the ground or something like that. And it's kind of interesting because, like I said, the way the story writes about you, based on what you do, changes at the end of each stage. So, like, I kill a lot of people here, so I become, like, kind of vengeful and bloody, and that's how I kind of like to be with my ritualist. Anyway, because she uses dark magic and evil spells, and so you'll come across a number of different traits you can get, and some of them will actually unlock different things that you can do. So there might be a cave, but you have to be brave enough to enter. Or I mentioned the food on the ground earlier. You have to actually be a little foolish to eat it. So we've got this guy here. He's just gonna grrr. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm kind of evil, so I'm gonna snarl at him. Look at that, I got a skull on my head. And scared him away. So that little icon there means I just got some brave points. Now, that is one thing that I really love about this game, is it has fantastic, like, watercolor character portraits. Those are very nice. And the music is great, the atmosphere is great. The music, the background music does tend to go over long in these loops. It's like I don't know, it's like a minute-long loop, and it lasts a little bit too long, so that when you're on these stages, it kind of grates on you, but the first listen or so is alright. Now the bigger problem here, though, is that the game is just far too easy. So the Ritualist in particular is kind of easy mode, because every character has a set number of skills. They have a regular attack, like here we throw the balls. They have they have a movement hindrance kind of thing, and a movement boost sort of thing. But, for example, the Ritualist, all I have to do is throw down my black holes and then hit them with balls, and maybe, on occasion, dash out of the way. So, black hole, destroy, destroy. Alright, and black hole. Or I didn't even need one because it was just one spider. So you can destroy things in the area. That was a little arena fight. So when you finish an arena fight, you get a lot of opals. Opals are kind of your currency. So currency can be used on merchants to buy upgrades for your techniques. So you can hold more orbs, or your black hole can be longer. Now, like I said, every character has something like this, and there are four classes to start with. You can unlock a few more later. But for example, the Spellblade, which is kind of a swordsman, he has a regular sword slash, and his movement hindrance ability is a shockwave, which knocks enemies back. And then he's got a kind of just a rushing dash, where he can dash across. And every character has kind of that same basic setup. Now you can play multiplayer. There's online and offline co-op, couch co-op, if you will, and that's it's kind of fun, but at the same time it makes an easy game even easier because now you've just got multiple people doing the same hindrance things. So, especially, for example, I mentioned there was the Spellblade, but there's also a Druid and a Witch. And the Druid, for example, can lay down vines, which slow down enemies. Lay down some vines, throw in a black hole, and your enemies are just stuck forever. So, it's great. So, we have the Merchant up here. Gonna blow up a few pots, see if we can get some more opals first. There we go. Last pot. Okay, talk to the Merchant. So we need to sell some opals, and looks like we can only afford one skill here. But you can see does all kinds of different things. So we're gonna keep going. See what's up here in the upper part of the screen. So in the game, like I said, you're supposed to find the moon, and you have like 5 days to do it. And each of the days, you basically spend in one of these areas. So I'm gonna offer food for the moon. Let's do that. There you go. Hey moon, enjoy my food. I hope you're happy. Look at that night sky. Alright. So anyway, you have 5 days to complete the quest, and like I said, every day is spent in a new location, and the locations are kind of samey. So all the mountain places, this is a mountain place right here. All the mountain places look the same. All the desert places look the same. All the forests look the same, but they are randomly generated. So different paths and things like that, different encounters. The enemy variety is not that great. You'll find many of the same enemies in different locations. But, so you can see here, I'm very lethal and vengeful, so this is the write-up you get. Singing of blood. Blood in the mountains. That's me! So, when you finish a level, you get this area. It's a campsite, and you can talk to people. So Enkidu stopped by for a little chat. And you can do things like unlock new costumes for those characters when you play them. So I've actually already unlocked this costume, but it unlocks again, and I just got some pride for saying that. Now you can do all these different skills. Only one player can do each skill or thing, and it will upgrade those particular stats. So you'll want to increase strength for your druid, for example, since he only has physical attacks. And then you can cook. So there's many different recipes, and they all do different things. So I just discovered summer salad, which gives you +3 intelligence. It doesn't say intelligence at the bottom, but it says it at the top. And here's Sargon. You'll see him a lot. He says, "You're gonna die." And like, nah, I'm not. And that's it. So now you go to bed. Three days remaining. So here you can see the overall map, and you can see different locations. They have different items like merchants and food, and there's an oasis there. So I'm going to go ahead and go over here. I want to see the oasis. So let's check out the desert area. so hot and dry, which is exactly where I want to be because it's very hot and wet in Japan right now. So let's get going, guys. Now, when you complete a cycle, when you finish the 5-day cycle, it usually winds up the same. So like I said, there's like a final boss, and you'll see him a lot. I've faced that boss at least 6 times now, maybe 7. And it's gotten me. I've gotten pretty good at facing that boss, and he is also super easy, just like the rest of the game. Let's take a look at the little menu here. So this is where it says I'm proud and vengeful, and you can see my stats. And so open that with L1 anytime you want. Blowing up some cactuses here. So when you beat the boss and you get the ending, then you get kind of like a Fallout style, like here's what happened. So a voiceover narrative tells you what happened to this tribe and this clan and this person. And then even after that, you get a special little write-up that's more unique to your playstyle, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's understandable why they couldn't just do a voiceover for all that because of everything that was possible. So here, I actually need to be more compassionate to save this snake. I'm not compassionate enough, because screw that snake. He's all bloody. I don't want to touch that bloody snake. But, oh, crap. And, yeah. Not touching one bloody snake gives me 4 bloody snakes. But, yeah, so finish one cycle, and then you can start everything over again. But in addition to that write-up you also get a place in the heavens, so you get like a constellation. And here's what I'm talking about, where it's super easy, just black hole, and I killed like 7 snakes at once. And again, this is like, the only thing I've done to my black hole is made it last longer. And the only update to my little orbs is that they stun longer. But that's it. So anyway, so you get a place in the stars, you get your own little constellation, which is kind of nice. And if you play certain characters too similarly, then they actually end up getting like the same constellation, which makes it kind of awkward because you have to choose. So for example, I played both the Ritualist and the Witch in the exact same way when I played them both, and then it told me, well, you know, you kind of have to replace the Ritualist constellation with the Witch if you want, or you can stick with the Ritualist. And I like the Ritualist, so I did that. And it's kind of nifty because it does persist throughout other playthroughs. When you go back to like the main village, there's a statue of yourself in the middle of the village, and just looking at it will inspire you to get more strength and intelligence. Kind of interesting like that. But that is basically all there is to the game. So we've taken a good long look at it, and we're going to go ahead and finish up the video here. So as I said at the beginning, this has been a Kaiju Pop Quick Vid looking at Moon Hunters by Kit Fox. And if you're interested in this game or other games, go ahead and go on over to our website at kaijupop.com. Follow us on Twitter at kaijupop. Like and subscribe this video, whatever. Or follow me on Twitter at kyochibanzai. And we really appreciate it. So thank you very much for watching the video and taking some time out. So y'all have a good day and goodbye.